I'm sorry for asking, but I need your help to improve my YouTube channel. Maybe you can leave a comment first. Would you like me to keep bouncing in the beginning of each video? I like it, but maybe some of you do not. Inevitably, I will make mistakes. I will be making changes to the channel, and for anything that I will do that will annoy you, I really sincerely apologize. That is not my intent. I just want to be useful and help as many people as I can. I made this Twitter thread. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. If you haven't done so yet, I will be posting from today on because I think Elon Musk is going to probably actually beat YouTube. So I'm going to be more active on Twitter with useful posts. I started this YouTube channel really as a hobby, and I also wanted to document FSD progress for myself just to make it super easy to watch. Also, at times, I'm a little bit goofy, and also my wife is so sick of me talking about Tesla stock. So this initially started as just a silly hobby, and also I just wanted to make some videos to address some of my concerns. For example, hydrogen is definitely not the right way to go. I made a video about that. Apple Car, they call their project Project Titan. I would call it Project Titanic. That would be a better way to call that project. Also, did you know that Tesla's FSD competition, at least some of them, they do not record interventions that happen because the car went through a red light, because it's not a safety-related intervention, they think. Yeah, so things like that. This also is a little bit more motivational to look a little bit deeper, because I'm also sharing that with everyone and I'm not just researching for myself. But also, most importantly, I am working on becoming a billionaire, and that is because I don't want to just retire and be a drag on society. I want to be useful while also doing something that I enjoy, and eventually I will give away my money, at least a big portion of it or some portion of it. That is yet to be determined. But I also want to document publicly that I am a Tesla bull, and I wish I would have done that in the beginning of 2019. Mind you, though, that I bought Tesla stock in 2019, early 2019, I saw my holdings drop by about 50%, which is similar to what happened, in the last 12 months, roughly, similar. So this feels like a deja vu to me, and that would have been really useful to do. I'm not going to read every single word here. You may at times pause the video or just go to my Twitter to read the whole thing, but I'll go through this rather quickly. Also, I didn't expect to get any views, really. I mean, I wasn't trying to, is my point. I was just doing it more for myself. And recently also, I went through a medical treatment that required to go through a healing crisis, which was not fun at all. That was very painful. But now I feel so healthy. I feel healthier than I was a teenager, which is amazing. And my stamina improved a lot as well. Also, sadly, if you look at when I started posting about 3 times per day on YouTube, which is not a long time, that was when one of my family members passed away, and it was just a little bit, it was a little bit too much to deal for me, and this actually really helped. Even right now when I think about that, my eyes are tearing up. So let's just keep moving. Improvements for the YouTube channel. That was my grandpa, by the way. He was very good to me, so that was, an emotional moment for me. But yeah. Anyway, improvements. I want to speak clearer. Now, I'm going to demonstrate this for you, but I need to take a little bit of a break. Now, in my native language, I actually prefer to speak at about this speed, kind of like Ben Shapiro, which is way too fast for most people, and that is a big sacrifice of clarity. Now, in English, it is a little bit harder for me to speak at that speed because also it's so unclear what I'm actually saying. So that's something I'm trying to get better, and make my speech more clear. That is going to take some time, and my public speaking, I think it's getting better. My grammar is getting better. It was really bad before. Now it's a little bit better, but it still stinks. Sort of like almost any Gordon Johnson take on Tesla. So better English. I learned recently that there is a difference between how you say the word breathing and breathing. I used to... Before, I would pronounce them in the exact same way, which is breathing. And people would have no idea what I'm saying. As well as, instead of saying the, I would say the. Now I can't even say it the wrong way anymore, which is good. Microphone. I want to upgrade my microphone. The main issue is it takes so much time to set those things up. And I just want to make it easy. I need to do it. The microphone I'm looking at is this Sennheiser MKH416 microphone, which is supposed to make your speech much more clearer. So maybe that would help, but it doesn't have as much bass as I would like. This is the most popular option for most people, but I like to move my hands, and if I have to keep my mic right here, I will hit it. I hate that. I want to mount it right here. If I can maybe mount the Shure SM7B this way, maybe that's a good option for me. If you think I can do that, and if you know about audio, let me know. That seems to not be what the microphone is designed for, but the Sennheiser one, they use that for making movies while you keep a microphone far away from the speaker. So that should work, and I could place it outside of a frame so you don't have to look at this ugly red shock mount thing. I want to upgrade the cameras to 4K because then, right now when I zoom in, if you're watching in high resolution, it's better if the camera is 4K, even if you are watching in, let's say, 1080p. Also, perhaps multiple angles, just to, when I switch like this, I think it just makes the whole viewing experience more interesting when I switch between angles. Leave comments below, by the way, for any suggestions, feedback, or maybe the microphone is good. I don't think it's good, by the way. I think it needs an upgrade. Leave comments below with any kind of feedback. All genuine criticism is very welcome, as long as it's respectful, of course. Don't be a troll. Lots of video editing versus no editing versus limited extra footage. I had editor work on the videos before, and it seems like watch time and views have basically very little difference, but the channel is now bigger, and I think if there is editing, the click-through rate for future videos is better because you just find the video more enjoying to watch, more pleasant to watch. So maybe that's a good reason to consider. Also, I am thinking about how many videos per day should I do. Electric Viking, he does 5, 6, 7, 8, even 8 videos in a day. Now, his content is more general EV stuff, and that's something I'm also very interested in. And I'm also looking at these other companies that will be competing with Tesla. I believe it's just a matter of time before we will have some serious competition. Now, when will that happen? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? That's a whole different question, but Tesla is now becoming the establishment. I mean, by market cap, clearly Tesla is the establishment, not by the number of cars that Tesla makes, of course, though. Also, perhaps a more general finance making money content. I made a video, 3 simple steps to making 10 million. You guys, the like ratio on that, you guys really liked that video, the ones that watched that video, but maybe not that many people watched it, but the ones who did, they loved that one. So maybe I'll do more of those. I am also thinking of doing an additional channel because when I watch other YouTubers, for example, Meet Kevin, I don't watch every single video of his, like, ever. I don't think I had a single day where I watched every single video he made in the single day. But if he provided like a summary of all the things he said that day, I would watch those videos often. So maybe a separate YouTube channel that would be more produced and shorter, and then keep this one where it's like just nonstop, 3, 4, 5 times a day, nonstop. Leave your comments down below, by the way. Now, me personally, just a little bit about me, if you haven't watched me too much to really get a hold of me yet. My mom, who raised me as a single mom, And I have a great dad, by the way. He did a fantastic job. He's amazing. My mom is extremely, like, she's the most benevolent person you will ever meet. And I think she instilled that in me as well. And I truly have the best intentions to be useful. But I am sorry if sometimes that does not come across, and if I do something too silly or annoying. I'm sorry for that. That's never my intention. Inevitably, that will happen sometimes as I try new things for the channel. So I'm sorry for that. But I don't want to be boring, and I want to try different things and eventually, possibly, people will find something that they like. For example, I thought that maybe just making one video a day makes more sense, but seems like if I look at the views and interest from most people, making more videos seems to make a lot more sense. And I actually prefer to make more videos. It's just easier for me instead of producing one video extremely carefully. And then you make that video and then no one watches that. It's like, oh. Whereas I make, let's say, 10 videos in 3 days, and then I'm like, oh, this one really worked. Nice. Maybe let's make that into like a produced video. That's what I'm sort of thinking about. And of course, all criticism that's genuine and respectful is always very welcome. Then I think being famous and rich is like a perfect combination to ruin your life permanently. So that's something that I thought about really carefully, and it's not so much, that I don't really mind that, but I have to think about my family, and also being famous and also really rich. It's a bad combination for safety. So yeah, you can read the full tweet here if you like. You can stop the video. I'm gonna keep going. So let's talk about clickbait. How many times can you make a Tesla stock video saying Tesla stock will 10x before people find that annoying? Turns out about 100 times. I thought that would be like 5 times. I was wrong. I'm trying to be less wrong. I'm trying to provide what people find useful and interesting and enjoy and entertaining. Looks like it's time to move on from those thumbnails. Now, when I look at every single big YouTube creator, they all use some sort of clickbait. And I think overall, that creates more usefulness to the world, as long as it's not stretched so much where you are lying. I think it has to be always truthful. But that's something that I would like to experiment as well, where maybe for a week or 2 or a whole month, I would just make videos with 0 clickbait, 0, and then I could compare results where sometimes I would push it a little bit, but not so much if you watch the whole video, there you would find it annoying. I don't want anyone to see a thumbnail, click on it, watch the whole video, and then feel like, damn, this mad guy tricked me. I don't want to ever do that. Seems like the video length, 6 to 14 minutes, is perfect, so I'm gonna keep moving to keep this under 14 minutes. Roasting, ooh. When I was a teenager, I really liked roasting people, and I was pretty good at it, and I would eat them after I roast them. Yeah, but I am more mature now, so I prefer respectful disagreement. I prefer to be a unifier and not a toxic divider. And I'm not saying that there is no place to roast someone than it's deserved. Very certainly. A place for that, and Stephen Mark Ryan is very good at doing that. I think he's doing a great job. So leave your comments down below. I really welcome those. Help me improve the channel, and that will also help me improve your viewing experience and bring you things that you actually enjoy more and you find more useful. So if you don't mind, leave a comment. Like the video if you haven't yet. This also will help this video to be seen by more subscribers and more people, which will in turn help me make this channel better and bring more better videos for you. Thank you so much for your feedback, and I'll see you in the next video later today.